Am I dreaming? Are you dreaming right now? How exactly would you know? That's what we're going to attempt to find out in this video. So if you've ever been wondering if you're dreaming right now, there are ways to check. Reality and dreams behave differently, so you can do something that's known as a reality check or reality test to find out if you're dreaming right now. Examples of reality checks could include anything from counting your fingers to see if there's more or less than the usual number, or looking at a digital clock to see if the numbers are weird. One thing to remember though is that while reality checks can let you know that you're dreaming, they can also sometimes produce false negatives. So a false negative is when you perform a reality check and it behaves the same way it would as if you're awake, making you think that you're actually awake when you're dreaming. Sometimes you'll perform a reality check and you'll get the same results you would have when you're awake. So you might look at a digital clock and the numbers are perfectly fine. That's why if the results indicate that you're awake, you should always do a couple more reality checks first to confirm, as otherwise you'll spend some time thinking you're awake. So without further ado, let's go through 3 reality checks or reality tests that you can do. Check number 1 is to retrace your steps in your mind. Think about what you're doing right at this very moment and try to recall all the way from the beginning of the day what you've actually done today to lead you to where you are now and what you're doing currently. So that means work your way back from where you are right now and try to get right back to the start of the day and then relive the day bit by bit in your head and see, is anything odd there? The reason that this can be helpful is that if you can't remember what you've done, you might actually be dreaming. This is because our dreams tend to just start us off abruptly with no prior history of how the events that are transpiring actually came to pass. So you usually won't have any memory of the sequence of events leading up to now. The second check that you can do is to attempt to poke one of your fingers through the palm of your other hand. So for example, you could take the index finger of your right hand and try to poke it through the palm of your left hand. If it goes through, you're definitely dreaming, unless you have a great big hole in your hand for whatever reason. This one is self-explanatory. Your finger should be stopped by your palm, but in dreams, you are inside your head, and so the body that you actually see and feel in your dreams is not your real waking body. It's not a real body, it's just an imagined body. That means that your limbs can do things they can't do in the real world, like phase through objects, including your finger phasing through the palm of your other hand and just going straight out the other side. So this can be a great way to test if you're dreaming. See if your hands and your limbs behave in that exact way. Now before we get on to the third and final check, this is where I would like to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by you guys. If you want to get a leg up on your lucid dreaming journey, I've put together a complete book with literally everything that you would need to know about lucid dreaming to go from complete beginner that's never lucid dreamed before to mastering the art of lucid dreaming. It's a book called The Lucid Dream Book, nice and simple, and you can get it for 15% off by using the code LUCID at checkout. You can get it at gum.co/theluciddreambook or by using the link in the top right hand corner right now. And yes, for those who haven't yet noticed, the price has been lowered permanently on the book because I felt like everything else in this world is going up in price right now. I thought it would be nice if there was something we had that actually went down in price instead. So without further ado, let's get on to reality check number 3. Reality check number 3 is to pinch your nose shut with your thumb and your index finger and then try to breathe. So basically, grab your nose, pinch it shut and see if you can breathe through your closed nose. If the air isn't at all stopped by your closed nose and you can just breathe normally and freely, then you guessed it, you're dreaming. Once again, the reason that this happens is the same as the previous reality check. Your dream body, you feel, is just a hallucination created by the brain. When you're grabbing your nose in a dream, you're not doing anything to your nose in bed. Your nose is wide open and can breathe freely. But you've got an imaginary nose in your dream that you can grab and feel, and you can shut it as much as you like, but it doesn't change the fact that you're still breathing in bed, so you can still breathe through your closed dream nose. So this is actually one of my favourite checks. It's one of the most reliable ones for me. And all in all, I think these 3 tend to be my favourite. So chain these 3 checks together, and I recommend performing each of them at least twice. So for example, when you go to poke a finger through the palm of your hand, don't just do it once and go, oh no, it didn't go through, whatever. Stop, pause for a moment, and then try and do it on the other hand with your other index finger. This is because, like I said earlier, sometimes you get false negatives. Sometimes you try to poke a finger through the palm of your hand, and just because you're expecting it to not go through, it doesn't go through, even though you're actually dreaming. Sometimes you'll try to retrace your steps, and you actually can remember how you got there, even though you're dreaming. So it's good to do these things multiple times, because sometimes when you do them again, things just don't work out the same way. So you try to poke a finger through the palm of one of your hands and it doesn't go through, fine. But then you do it to your other hand and it goes right through, and so does your whole fist. Or you try to retrace your steps and they seem to be making sense, and then you try to retrace them a second time and actually you get a whole different sequence of events which should let you know that, hey, you are in fact dreaming. So if everything is behaving normally after one of these checks, still continue to do the other couple just in case. If at any point your reality check indicates you're dreaming, then you know that you are. But if your reality checks aren't indicating that you're dreaming, don't assume that you're not dreaming until you've done every single one of these 3 checks at least twice. So at least 6 total reality checks. Thank you for watching the video. Like I said earlier, make sure you check out the Lucid Dream book at its new reduced price. And if you want more videos like this one, make sure you subscribe and enable all notifications so you can stay up to date when our new videos come out. And if you want to keep watching right now, check out one of the videos on screen, go watch that, and I'll see you there soon. Take care and have some awesome lucid dreams.